Hello ROS developers and welcome to the ROS Questions and Answers video series. If you want to learn anything about ROS, this is your channel. ROS navigation, ROS with drones, ROS for autonomous cars, everything ROS is here. Learn ROS step by step and push your ROS learning in just 10 minutes of video. I am Alberto Ezquerro and today we are going to be answering a question I found in ROS Answers, which is quite interesting, and we can explain some basic things here. And it's from this user here, and well, basically he's trying to do a publisher. He says, I need to update the ABC every 5 milliseconds and publish the updated one. Okay, he has pasted here a snippet of code. We will see this later. And it has some errors, so well, we are going to review these and make it work. But before anything else, remember to visit our Robot Ignite Academy, our online academy where you will find practical online ROS courses using simulated robots. No installation required. You will find a link to Academy on the video description. Now, yes, let's start with the video itself. So, as I was explaining, here we have this question. He says, I am a beginner in ROS, please excuse me if this question is silly. No question is silly. Yes, this to begin. All the questions are interesting and every person has one level, everybody has started, so there is no question that is silly. Then he says, I have a develop code snippet, and he pastes here a code which basically, I suppose he's trying to publish some messages. And he says, I need to update the ABC, which is this variable here, every 5 milliseconds and publish the updated one. Can anybody please tell me how this could be implemented? Thank you. Okay, so yeah, as always, let's go to RDS. Let me close all this. And let's go to RDS in order to try to reproduce this example. So I'm going to create a new project. Let's call it, I don't know, ABC QA, and then ABC QA. So let's create this project right here, and let's open this project. I have called it ABC because he is using here a variable ABC, and that's the only reason. So yeah, let's wait a few moments until this environment fully loads. Great, so here we have the environment loaded. Then let's open a shell first of all, and I'm going to open also an IDE to visualize the files. Then let's go to the Catkin workspace and let's create a package, Catkin create package. Let's call it, I don't know, ABC QA, for instance. And let's add as a dependency ROS CPP in this case because he's using C++ in this snippet. So yeah, let's create this package. There we are. And this package will appear here in our IDE in the Catkin workspace in the source directory. Here we have it, our package. Then inside the src, let's create a new file. Let's call it, I don't know, abc code.cpp. There we are. Then inside this new file, let's copy the code that this user has pasted here, and from this we are going to be building this snippet. There we are. Then let's add also to the CMake lists the compilation of this code. Let's put it somewhere here. Okay, so here we have, for instance, the add executable. Let's call it ABC node, and this is ABC code CPP. Great. Then the dependencies. Let's also add it here, the ABC node. and it goes also here. ABC. No, there we have it. And finally, the targeting libraries. There we are. Where here we put also the ABC node. Okay, there we are. So now we have everything ready to compile our code snippet. So let's try to compile it. Let's see what happens. Obviously, we're going to get many errors. Let's just have a look at what the cat can make outputs. And then we'll go step by step, fixing everything and creating a node that can publish. Yeah, so as you can see here, I have many nodes. For instance, the first one says error, ROS has not been declared. Yes, so let's start from this one, for instance, and let's begin to fix this code. So the first one is saying, hey, this ROS that you are calling here has not been initialized, called anywhere. So the first thing we will need to do here is to include ROS, which is done like this. Yes? So yeah, now basically we will be able to use this ROS here and it won't complain anymore, okay? Then the next thing I'm going to do is to initialize a ROS node, which is always the first thing you need to do. Always you create a ROS program, the first thing you will need to do is to initialize a ROS node. Yes? And basically this is done like this: ROS init argc argv, and we specify the name of our node, which I'm going to call, let's say, ABC. And this argc and argv, we will pass them here in the main function. Argc. Okay, there we have it. And after this, we need to create a node handle, which is the thing that actually will initialize the node. So let's okay, let me close this. Of course, we are working in C++. Okay, so this is basically, yeah, here this comment should go up here. So this, basically what we have done till now, let's summarize, it's to include a ROS module in order to be able to do ROS, to use all the ROS functions like init, like node handle, etc. Publisher also here. Then basically here what we are doing is to initialize and start the node. Yes, we are initializing a node which is called ABC, and then we are starting this node. Yes, quite simple until now. Then now let's create the publisher. We can now create the publisher. So let's add here a comment. Define the publisher. Then basically this is correct, but we will need to specify some more things. Here we are basically here just creating this pub variable, which is a ROS publisher, but we will need here to specify some more things. Basically what we'll need to do here is to advertise ROS, to let ROS know that this publisher, call it pub, is going to publish into a specific topic that we are going to define now, a certain type of messages that we are going to define now also. Yes? So how this is done? It's quite simple. You just need to do an nh, which is this node handle we have created here, dot advertise. Then here we specify the type of messages that this publisher is going to publish. In this case, let's say, I don't know, let's say integers. Yes, from the standard messages packages, the integer 32 type of message. And then finally, here we are going to define This is the queue size, so don't worry about this. And here we are going to define the name of the topic where this publisher is going to publish. So let's call it, for instance, ABC topic. Yes, so basically what we are doing here is we are creating a pub element, which is a ROS Publisher, that will publish into a new topic called ABC topic, and will publish into this topic integer messages, yes, which are defined here. Great, so now basically what we'll need to do is to fill these messages, yes, because we now have here this ABC variable, but this is currently nothing. So we are going to turn this variable into an std messages int32 variable, and let's initialize it to 0, for instance. Yes, so now we have this ABC variable, which value is 0, and now this ABC, it's ready to be published into the pub publisher. Yes, into this ABC topic. Great. Let's try to do a compilation to see how this is going. Let's see. Let's try to compile this again and see what errors do we get now. What is the status? Okay. Okay, so let's come here. It's not a member, int32 is not a member of standard messages. Okay, so basically here what it's saying is that it doesn't know what this standard messages int32 thing is. So what we are going to do is to import it. We need to import it in order to be able to use it. Yes, so let's do here standard messages int32.h. There we are. Let's try to compile this again. Okay, so now we have, for instance, okay, yeah, so it's complaining that we are putting this 0, which is an int, directly into ABC, which is this int32, and this int32 has a field where to put their values. Let me show you 1 second. If you come here and see the structure of this int32 message, we will see that it has a variable inside which is called data, where to store these integers. So basically here what we'll need to do is to do a okay, let's do here, and then here let's do an abc.data equals 0. Yes, so here we have it. Let's recompile again. Okay, now it's compiling all these ROS OK, as you can see here. And yeah, this is basically wrong, because OK it's nothing. What we need, and what I suppose the user wants to use, is this OK function, yes? So, like this, putting also a double, not only 1 but 2 points, yes? So doing this, what we are doing is that we are going to enter this loop while ROS is OK, yes? So while ROS is running, so for instance, when we run this program, if we do a Control-C, this ROS OK check will return false, yes? So the program will end, which is basically what we want, yes? But this is done like this. Then here we have a ROS time now, which actually we don't need to know which time is now, so we can take this out. But what we do need, actually, is to create some time of variable in order to control the velocity of this, the speed of this loop, yes? And this user says he wants to update the ABC variable every 5 milliseconds. So let's use the ROS rate. I'm going to define here this variable. So ROS rate, and I'm going to define it to 200 Hz, which it's the same as 5 milliseconds. And basically this variable, what we'll do is will help me well, with this ROS rate element I'm creating here, call it rate, what I can do here is to call it, let me do it here, rate. I can call a sleep function from this element, and this line here will ensure that this loop goes at maximum at 5 milliseconds. Yes, it cannot go faster. And then we have this also here, these ROS spin ones, which basically we don't need it in this case, so we are going to remove it. And this is correct. Here basically what we are doing is to take this ABC message and publish it, and actually publish it. So here what we're doing is to initialize the publisher. Here we are defining and giving a value to our message here. And here in this line we're actually publishing the message into the ABC topic. Yes? So yeah, let's try to compile now. It looks quite good now, but I don't know if I'm forgetting something, but let's see. Okay, so it has compiled properly now. Great. Let's test out our code then. So I'm going to do a ROS run. Our package is ABC QA, and our code, it's ABC node. So yeah, let's try it. Okay, it's not contacting any master because I don't have any running. So I'm going to start a simple simulation here to have this master, to have the ROS core running, basically. And by starting a simulation, I automatically have this ROS core running, so that's why I am starting the simulation. I'm not going to use anything in the simulation, actually. But I do need a ROS core running, of course, because if not, I will get this type of errors. So yeah, here I have the simulation started. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so here I have the baby 8. Let's now minimize it. We don't need it for anything. So let's test again this. Okay, so it's running. Then if everything is working fine, we should have a topic, a new topic which is called ABC topic, and which is publishing this ABC variable, which has now 0 into this topic. So let's have a look here at our system, and with a ROS topic list, we have our ABC topic. We can see it here. So this is a good signal. Then let's do a ROS topic echo of this ABC topic, and it's publishing the 0 variable. Great. So now let's try one thing. Let's stop this. Let's stop this, and let's do a simply increase this ABC variable. Data, sorry. We need to increase the data variable. Then abc.data++, great. Let's recompile. We need to recompile the code in order to make these changes matter. Great. And let's run again our code. And let's again have a look at this ABC topic. Excellent. So as you can see now, we have this ABC variable which is being published into the ABC topic by this publisher we have defined it here. Yes. And each 5 milliseconds, it's increasing this variable, this ABC variable, in 1. It's going quite fast, as you can see. Let's stop this. So yeah, basically we are doing exactly this. It's updating the ABC variable every 5 milliseconds. It's increasing it. And we have fixed this code, so it's now working. So yeah, I think this is all for the video of today. In the description of the video I will put a complete course of ROS basics, in C++, where all of this is explaining how to create a publisher, a subscriber, services, actions. All the ROS basics in C++ are there. So I will put a link in the description of the video for those who are interested. And yeah, that's all. That's all. I hope you have liked the video, and if you did like the video, please give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to our channel and press the bell for a new video every day. Either you have liked it or not the video, please share your thoughts and questions in the comment area. Goodbye and see you in the next video.